Okay. Damn, right? Like, this was... I had to look at the last panel. I don't know for how fucking long. Dude, I read this shit before I went to sleep after I came back from work.
I read it when I woke up.
So I was sitting here 7 a.m, fucking distraught.
Sounds about right. That's what older the guy does.
So, like, cause I was like, I'm sleepy, and then I couldn't comprehend. I had to read the 3 passages multiple times, and I was like, the fuck is that? And I was like, you know what makes it even worse? This shit ain't an official translation, so I don't even know if they got some shit wrong. But even though, still, it was like, nigga, what the fuck? I was sitting there looking at that damn mural, and I was like, oh shit, that's King's people. I was like, they supposed to represent Wano, because there's people on the boat that got they got samurai swords. And I was like, is that supposed to be the mother flame in the hand of the devil thing? And then it's like, but it's like an energy thing that the people.
Also, that's Loki.
No,
Like, because it shows a giant with the little
horn.
Yeah, and I was like so far, it's only been Loki that looked like that. And also, like, the hair is long as well. For, and then also you see a mermaid.
Yeah.
Hell, even got the fairy.
Yeah.
It shows an animal person, so that's the minx.
I wonder about that because it's 2. They got there's 2 animal people in there with weapons.
Yeah, the one up top.
Yeah.
And also obviously that's the boat, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and it was like, yeah. I mean, like, cause like as far as were they sea kings? Were the Neptunians?
I don't know.
I know they.
They're
think
really big though.
Yeah, I think what's his name stated it when they first met him. The doctor that's taking care of him. I think he stated it, but I can't remember. Damn, I cannot remember. But we know it's a fucking flock of them at both. At the red line. So, yeah. But nigga, it's like that big ass snake, the bird. You see Nika. I was like, I thought it was cool.
Also, they mentioned other god,
right?
Because it was like the god of land,
the snake,
the god of the forest.
Yeah.
But they also already mentioned those during the Scott P.
They
said they like the sun god, the wind, the earth god. Yeah.
And then it was like how the god of the forest was. They essentially used the devil powers that it created to fight, and since it did that it cursed them that they can't fight at sea. And it was like, so if they essentially state that you could just have devil fruit powers, but by them whenever they used them, taking it and then using it for battle or whatever the circumstance was, that was the cause behind not being able to swim. I was like, that's fucking crazy. As like the reason why it's the devil fruit and everything. That's crazy. And then it's like, I like that at 2 of the passages, it was like they never saw each other again.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But then for the last one, it was like they will see each other again. And then the fact that it was like that is the misinterpretation that's passed down through the giants. So it's like their understanding Nika is different. I thought that was cool as shit. Honestly, the reveal to me, I was like, that was bigger, and I understand now why in the very beginning had the whole Shanks thing being said. Because it was like, by the end of this chapter, man, fuck all that. By the end of that chapter, I was like, man, fuck that reveal. That was like, you was already teetering on that idea anyway, but you ended on this. It's like, oh, hell no. But, and it was like, yeah, I like that. And then I also like how dismissive the chick was towards the mural. But with Frankie, it was like shock. Because it was like when you.
She was just holding that man.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
He looked like a toy.
Yeah. Blind side. She was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that was a good impression. He was like, hey, I'm just saying. He's like, you gotta be sacred having the trees. And that was a good impression.
It looked like someone holding an action figure of Frankie. And I was like, and that's funny as hell. And his arms were out and everything. I was like, that's funny as hell.
And again, like, I feel like the Alice gonna play a part because it was like he didn't show, but it's like the fact like they just keep showing
them, yeah.
Because like it showed him in the background when Saul was showing it
book, yeah.
Robin, and it was like yeah, he's something. And again, it's like yeah, he's gonna. It's like because Chopper can talk to him, and it's like again, it's like he's been around for so long, so it's like obviously you know some stuff.
And, like, similar. I'll say that.
Also, the fact that it's like realistically, it seems like Chopper and Robin, about to get involved with them. So the fact that they're like about to kidnap the children.
Yeah.
The kids, right? It was like Chopper, you need that new dope that I know you've been cooking up and use it.
And then it's like, well, then again, much like we said last time, we confirmed that they're obviously going to bring someone else.
Yeah, so that's why they're like, who should we call up?
It's like they're gonna call up someone else.
It's like just like with the punk ass, the elders. It was like, is it a devil fruit or is it something bestowed upon from Emu? Because the Cerberus thing also had the black veils over it, just like with Saturn. So like you're like, is that a devil fruit or is it like whatever Emu can do?
And then it is demon associated.
Yeah,
so it's like Cerberus,
Ooh-wee. But also, like, we know that they can't have regular devil fruit because that's what the chick got. That's devil fruit.
Because, like, Cerberus didn't have anything. It just said Cerberus. So, it's like...
he's still going to get cut by Cerberus. So it don't matter. If anything, now it seems like, Lupin and Wolverine, considering the fact that how injured Loki is, and, they got soft spots.
Well, they were already getting the key. So, I feel like, with Luffy, it would be like, well...
But also, the dude that was walking up. Because that is the dude that was on the chapter cover when it showed him drinking with the doctor from Roger's crew. Because it was like so long ago. It just showed the back of the dude with the little hat. He was just drinking with him. And like for the longest, people just speculated like it might be gold line because his hair is yellow and long. But it's like, they have shown this man for like, again, it was on the chapter cover, but when he was walking up, like those were the same clothes as that guy. So it's like, that's him. Like, but we just don't know who he is.
He got older, like, finally, after all this time.
And like I said, I'm pretty sure it might be the boy's dad, because he's a regular person. So,
damn. Like, and then, again, the fact that Loki immediately stated, it was like, you're the spitting image of Shanks. He said, you think I ain't gonna say nothing about that?
The fact that he said Shanks returned.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, but he got too accustomed to the surgery, so he went back. And I was like, huh? And it was like, most likely it was after Roger died. It was like, that's the only time frame that makes sense because he grew up on Roger's ship. So like after he died, when he split from Buggy, he went, he came back. Oh, that was funny what Luffy said. He said, he just raised up. He said Roger and Ray was like his family. He said everyone improved by the family. Except Buggy. Except Buggy. But everybody else did.
I just figured everyone on the crew was his family. Buggy.
I don't like it.
I don't think anyone could consider Buggy family, and then Buggy person told me he don't like this nigga.
Just like old fashioned, it's like it's deeper than that. It was like Shanks realistically let Buggy down.
Yeah.
It was like, if anyone could do it, I know it could be you. But you fucking around. And it was like, you ain't being the man that the captain we worship would want you to be. So nope.
It was like he gave you the hat. Know how important that hat is to him. He gave it to you. Yo, punk ass don't tell me nah. Man, fuck you in.
Talking about One Piece.
But man. Like I said, I like that essentially you have Robin reading what she was reading. The Frankie seeing the mural. Hell, I love the fact that Frankie immediately was like, yeah, Robin needs to look at this. And he was like, Robin needs to see this. And the girl was like, I just think it's a kid drawing. It was like, nah. It's like no kid drawing. It had too much shit on there. Man, I was just like looking at it, trying to dissect it. And I was like, what the fuck is the big snake? The fuck is the bird? And I was like, obviously it's like the energy for the mother flame comes from people. I would assume was like something people have to get because it was like a little conveyor belt thing. Yet it had that oh yeah, because I forgot. Yeah, the other what was it? The not island, but the civilization from long ago was even more advanced and futuristic than what Vegapunk had. right. So yeah, it's like it shows the robot. Yeah, now he was also on the mural, but
shows the art, and then also shows animals.
That also was crazy because it had the arc and the lightning, and so then it's like, yo, did Iniru make his arc based off of something else? It was like, which would be crazy, or if it's something.
Yeah, it shows his arc as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like. Oh yeah, the Noah's Ark.
Yeah, because it showed animals.
Animals were going through it.
But yeah, the lightning thing, huh?
So then I was wondering, I was like, so does that mean Iniru, did he make his arc based off of something else, or is it that whoever made this mural, or whatever, foresaw a future concept?
I mean, but you gotta, because he's obviously a psychopath,
right?
That was just reincarnated, and we was blessed to be born at the same time as each other, because it's like, because Iniru saw there was carvings on the moon.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah.
And then it showed the moon on the mural also.
Yeah, because like the carvings showed the ancient weapons.
Yeah.
It showed it showed all three of them. And it was like showing different things. It just showed them looking, because then it showed the little small people that was with them, because like they showed it to them. And it was like, yeah. Also, in fact, it's fucking space pirates. But hey, this is One Piece. So
there's things in space, breathing and alive. Whatever.
I feel like the other things are possibly supposed to be the other gods, like a little giant snake.
Yeah. I wonder if it's essentially you have the same scenario similar to Loki. If that is Loki, or if it's essentially the fruit that Loki got, and then what it could lead into, if you essentially have other people similar to Luffy that have a devil fruit that corresponds with those other gods. And then essentially...
That's one of the whole speculations that essentially what people believe will chop the next power. Because like, consider the fact he has a human fruit.
Yeah.
And it was like so far, it's the only regular human fruit. So I gotta be something else.
That would be interesting. I would prefer to see Chopper develop stuff with Haki more than anything, just to make him a contender in terms of hurting more people. But yeah, I could see like them developing, like hell, since he's gone more into dealing with the Zoan types as of recent, and in terms of development, because it seems like it was just automatic that the awakening of the Zoan was just going to be what the guards and Impel Down was going to be, but literally showing fucking Lucci and Luffy, you already just kind of changed the game on what essentially goes on with the Zoan. Hell, even by immediately when he introduced the fact that being a god, like when Sengoku turned into the little Buddha. And it's like, all right, yeah. So it's like, you're still a Zoan, but you're fucking God. And it was like, or a deity thing or whatnot. And it was like, yeah, like
that shit straight up said boot.
Right, yeah.
And again, it's like still don't know like the full extent what the fuck he was.
Right.
Like he was magnetizing shit because it was made the hair, but then he was also essentially making shockwaves like Kuma doing. And I was like, I
keep the peace like I'm practicing Buddhism. But damn, like that was so much to unpack. It was done with Luffy and him being like, well, if he's a brother of Shanks, he's a good person too.
Oh no, he was like, oh, well now you really got faith in him. How you feel so bad mouth? He's like,
he's like Telmare. She was like, it's Bellmare. It's Bellmare.
But also, like, it gets off the notion of him, like I said, because Zoro's always on go.
Yeah.
Luffy's also on go. So like, it gets rid of the notion of like, wait, that Shanks don't do nothing. It's like this just opens up like, yo, you nothing like Shanks. I'm gonna whoop your ass. And it's like,
I can see.
Fuck you gonna do this.
I can see him attacking Luffy and Luffy not responding because he's just trying to like get a feel for the guy at first. to talk with him,
He
and
died.
then like either he died,
Either he died or Zoro's there. He's gonna be like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
He was, take that with you.
Like that's the nigga that you ain't gonna surprise, but like for sure.
Oh yeah, the Zoro's always
on go. Yeah, and it's like I don't know Shanks. And again,
like, that's your boy.
Right.
And so far, the dude that I was with don't fuck with that. Like he fuck with him, but not like that. So I don't fuck with that nigga. But I know I gotta beat him if I won't beat that nigga.
and also, dude, I was with, I don't fuck with him either.
He's a fucking psychopath. And just like with Gohan, I just want him to be a monster. And it's like when Mihawk fight for real, like, yeah, this nigga's a psychopath. He's not normal.
And then it'd be another instant, and it was like there cannot be anything added on to Mihawk. I don't want there to be, aside from his blade just being that badass. There should not be anything else. Like I love the fact that he's just a regular human. Cause it sparks so much similar to like what Kaido said. And it's like it's not like this shit is impossible. It's just that hey, you can eat a fruit if you want.
And again, it was another one that like people don't recognize or understand what's being presented to them because they're watching it wrong. Because plenty of people was like, yeah, even though what is it? They're like, even though Kaido said what he says about Haki, but yeah, he has a mythical strong devil fruit. But it's like, yeah, but he's someone that utilizes Haki. And again, just like what he said in that instance, he recognizes. It's like, yeah, go Roger ruled the sea with Haki alone. That was it. Hell, I love the fact that Go Roger was just a regular nigga.
Yeah.
And it's like, he wasn't as like, oh, he had to go fruit first. No, he was just a regular nigga.
We know Joy Boy. I said Joy. We know Joy Boy had the gum fruit, but again, that don't mean shit because we after the king of the pirates. Just like Joy Boy was
again,
whatever.
It's like yeah, he had the fruit,
Yeah.
but it's like yeah, but like because like there's not even anyone talked about before Roger finding
Right.
the lab tail. So it's like so for all these centuries possibly, no one has gotten it.
Poneglyphs have existed. People can read them. Fuck, they already know the Three-Eyed Clan is capable of reading them. There's like so many things available towards like, yo, why haven't they found One Piece? And I was like, well, I mean, what have they found Laptail? I don't know. It's like, shit. After all this time, I was like, yeah, shit. And after all this time, who did it? One guy. One man. One journey. Like,
yeah, you know, just a regular psychopath. Cool.
Yeah.
Just bam. Cause hell, he already had the sword when Go Roger died. And it's like we already had this shit for that long. So, hey.
he just didn't have the hat. So I swear to God, this trip gonna be fire. As soon as I find this motherfucking hat and this damn coat, it's like, oh,
No shirt.
oh boy. And when I wear a shirt, I'ma look like a fluffy pirate. You hear me? It's like, that's what I want. That's what I'ma do, goddammit.
But only indoors. Who gonna stop? Who gonna stop me?
Indoors. Again, it was a situation where I was like, it's one thing for like shit to just get dropped. And it's like you could just have exposition and it seems like this is a major thing. The cookie cutter manga and anime do that shit all the time and it's like whatever. But when you do something to the point to where it was like, it's like, nigga, I know that if this specific character heard this shit, this would be major. And then again, it's like you have another character acknowledge this specific character needs to hear this shit because this is major. And like, I just love the fact that the chick was like, it's just a kid drawing, but it's like embedded into the fucking atom tree. There's nothing we can really do to get rid of it or nothing. So it's like there forever. We consider it historical, but it must have been like in the middle of the void century. And like when Frankie heard it, it was like, bitch, what? And it was like, yeah, but look at it. Obviously.
Also, that can also be because of like her believing that kids did it because of the side of it. It was like But if it wasn't a kid of a giant, it was just someone that
like a regular person.
Was there,
yeah,
and they did it. But it's like, yeah, but because of the size of it, it just depends. Like, nah, that's just a kid.
And also, I would assume one of the big things that they had on the mural might have been one of Or's people. And it's like if they was to have like if essentially it seemed like they were doing with the different multiple races. If Or's
the thing with the horns most likely was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was like the hair was similar, so realistically, Loki would be part of that bloodline.
Right? Yeah, they do have. Damn. Yeah, they do.
But why the fuck did Kaido have horns? That's just a whole nother question. Because he's not as big as them niggas, but that nigga had horns.
and then it was obvious that it was an aesthetic for some people, but like Yamato still keeps her horns. But cause like how they fucking showed who's who in the beginning of this chapter, he didn't have his anymore. So it's like obviously that was like a thing for their crew at first, but yeah, like you said, it was like, so what the fuck though? Because he had horns, and then much like with Jack, because Jack had horns and then he grew the little tusk thing. It's goofy. It's like so fucking goofy. But Queen didn't have horns. Queen didn't rock any horns at all.
Queen was already too big. Horns would have just slowed everything
That nigga said, I made myself fat because I'm too sexy. Like, so I had to calm the sexy down. You can't mess with the funk. Oh, man. He's one of the best villains he ever made. Because he was a villain that was like that was just another person in a situation. It was like, I'm not really adamantly antagonistic against you people. And then it was like, but at the same time,
like, yo,
I'm a bad
like you broke my
heart. Right.
That's all it was. And again, it was like even their mindset towards it from the jump, it was always like, y'all are just another crew that we gotta cross. Because we've been doing this for years. And it's like, this ain't nothing new. And it's like, you know what I mean? People, it's like, just like with Big Mom and Kaido, it's like, yo, we been buried fucking crews that thought they was the shit. It was like, granted, we give y'all kudos. Y'all lost strong. But y'all gonna be put underneath as well. It was like, so we give the proposition, you can join us. Hey, and it's like even recognizing that if y'all join us, oh, ain't nobody fucking with us. And it's like too bad you don't know. I ain't no bitch.
It's like it's a literal game recognized game situation. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, they still got their aspirations and dreams and all that. But it's like, yo, you dealing with these young upstarts, and it's like,
see, real shit. Like my man Zoro, he looked at kids and he said, yo, y'all had y'all time. Y'all gotta go.
Kaido gonna be king of the pirates. Bitch, Luffy gonna be king of the pirates. I keep hearing motherfuckers say this shit all the time, and I keep
that was like the one thing they fucked up on the anime when they did the impact frames. Because it was like the lineup they should have showed. Because like for King, it showed on Age and Go. When they did the tags, like should have did the same thing with Zoro.
Yeah.
It's considered the fact that literally they're both the same right now in this situation. It's like
they're like, fuck, both of them got freed from the Navy because of the person, just on a whim. And it was like, it's not like they were actively looking for me. It was like, hey, like it just saved you, and it was like, want to be a part of the crew. And it was like, and then right before they even started their actual crew, so. And it was like you had, because like it was a beautiful scenario because of the fact that it was like King and Zoro shared so many similarities that the fight itself, the meaning, the cool meaning behind that fight, because like I feel that fight was not as impactful as Luffy going against Kaido or basically all of them on the roof fighting everybody, but just simply because like if they would have did more with an exchange between Zoro and King as much as they did. And it was like, because it was a literal we throwing hands situation. Yeah, but, and it was like, if they just had, I would say, the manga didn't need to do it, but the anime definitely could have added more symbolism. Because it was like that one fucking, the mid episode before the final, when him and King fought, where you basically had those group of people around talking, and it just kind of went on way too long, and they're talking about the fire burning and everything. And it was like, all right, this is it was like you're fluffing and shit like that. But it's like you could have easily put in more dialogue between Zoro and King, or had just a series of clashes that just wasn't insurmountable. towards like the final fight or anything like that. And it was like, you could have done a lot more than this. And it was like, and it was just, you had those guys give exposition, which wasn't necessary because they only repeated what Zoro had already repeated and already said. And then essentially it was like, oh, fire. But yeah, like that to me, I was like, it was an important fight, but I felt that it could have meant more than what they actually did with it. But yeah. Well, and then like now I'm curious if essentially, considering the fact that it showed King's people on the mural, if the Seraphim won't be a factor towards whatever's going on at the end. And again, the mural itself, like I said earlier, it's like, what if this is a depiction of the future or something that happened in the past? And it's like, yeah, we just don't know. But I would say the only thing to argue against the future.
What they said itself is that the mural itself is time, is places and times, and that the third world is supposed to be essentially the future. They were saying it was like, yeah, the first world was like what happened in the past. Right. It's supposed to be in stages.
I'm saying, like, because of the I would argue against it being like a depiction of the future because of that the city thing. The city thing and the conveyor belt.
But I'm saying that was the first world part. The third world part will be the one that's supposed to be the future, or essentially where the Luffy, like their current time. That's what it was like. It was in sections.
Oh, it was saying it's in sections.
Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah, it was saying in sections.
Huh.
That's why I was saying they met. It was like they would never meet again, and it was like, yeah,
they'll never meet again. Then they'll meet. Oh, okay. So you had basically the snake thing with the people, whatever. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that, but that is interesting because it was cool to see the little giant devil thing. There's like, obviously that must be the mother flame. It might be the mother flame, but the fact that the energy that the people had at the little city thing on the conveyor belt, that was what was given to the mother flame. Yeah, and I was like, that's crazy. And then obviously it looked as if they were down when they didn't have the energy, but as it was getting at their hands, it was bright and building up and everything. And then I thought it was cool that the bird and the snake both were shooting out fire. And it was like, oh, it's the same fire. But the fact that the lightning coming from Aniru's arc was like essentially like it was like drawings inside of drawings, but it's like those things are already things. And it's like, man, like what the fuck does that mean? So it's like showing the animals get on the arc. Yeah, that was like inside of a bubble on its own thing. So it's like, it's not like it's all one picture on top, like, like one detailed picture. It was like, no, some of these things open up and you know what that is, but you're seeing something else. And it was like, that's fucking crazy. Hell, Aniru called his ship the Ark. It is self-sustainable. It can make lightning. But again, it's like, so is that based off of something else? Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? I guess that would be my argument as to, like, does this showcase the future then? Because it's like, did his thing exist or what?
Also, we don't know what he's saying because he destroyed his own.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, this is a fact. Like, this was a bombshell.
But still the next chapter,
right? And I thought that was cool. It was like there's not going to be a break, and I was like, you could have went on a break. You probably need to. You child ass mural drawing, but you son of a bitch. It like that was something I was like, I sat here just contemplating that shit. Because I was like, what does this mean? I was like, these are 3 giant things we ain't seen shit about. All of One Piece. It was like, we've heard tale. It was like, we've heard tall tales. Ain't seen nobody with a fruit. Ain't seen nobody do nothing. It's like, hell, all we got for Emu's fruit is just, it's a figure with arms. Like, bro. Right. And hell, don't know if those things are related to fruits. Or again, with it, Emu doing whatever with the fucking saints. And it's like, obviously they're just devils that exist. So whatever with that. And it's like, that's pretty cool. Because I was wondering, that's like essentially, what if, like, going by what the passages say, if there are just entities that have abilities and to fight them, they got the devil fruit powers. But in doing so, and it's like, well, you're cursed because you weren't supposed to get the devil fruit powers, but it was like that was the only way we could fight against them, you know. And so then it's like that essentially is like one of the reasons why it's like, yeah, these things function on like a whole different wavelength than devil fruit powers. But I would say it'd be cool if it's like you see any of them do something, but like they can swim, and they'd be like, oh, and it's like, oh, we ain't y'all just evil. Yeah. And again, what the fuck does the celestial dragon bloodline mean? Like, where I would say I'm very curious as to that. And it's like, where do they fit up? Where do they fit in like the grand scheme of why they're held in such high regard? Yeah. And it's like, what exactly is their bloodline associated with, or why their bloodline is the way that it is? That'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if it was like those niggas actually needed to save the world, but they've been spoiling them all this time to make them just like useless so they could get away with murder. Because like obviously the fucking saints don't really give a fuck about like breathing regular air or anything like that, but it's like these idiots walk around in fucking weird oxygen suits because they like, oh, so the air here. Just too many questions, like always. But damn, that was a hell of a chapter. It was like, yeah, the little Shanks brother thing, his ass, my younger twin brother, whatever. Yeah,
he can kick your ass.
It was like that came and went, and it was like because the other stuff being done in that chapter, or like when they was talking with it, I was like, yeah, I like that. I was like, yeah, it came and went. And again, just still wondering if it was him or Shanks that went and spoke to the Saints.
Well, most likely because it's still the same cloak, I'm pretty sure. Because like, especially it's like with how high powered status-wise Shanks is regularly.
Just to
like,
go to the Marijois.
Yeah, and then be like, and no one
said anything.
Because like they always watch him. Right. So.
Well, they didn't know when he appeared to stop the war.
No, that's because at that moment all forces was focused on the war, but they was like, yo, our last known thing, he was fighting Kaido. They knew where he was supposed to be.
I was saying, like, well.
But like I said, everything was like, yo, we
other
like that's the whatever, but it's like we know Whitebeard's coming here, so that can wait.
You're saying like essentially it had a big enough distraction.
Yeah,
it was like they got to trick these cats with a distraction. Lucky Roo got it. That fat motherfucker. Damn, that was a drama bomb. Like obviously a couple of them giants gonna get fucked up, and then as soon as they try to touch the kids, that's gonna be a problem. But yeah, you got a mysterious nigga walking up, whatever Shanks people about to call down someone else. Loki fucked up. I was like, I ain't even put together that. I was like, the animals dead. I was like, damn, they dead? And I was like, man, those are his friends. Yeah, I was like, they dead? That sucks. But
Loki's gonna be a problem.
Right.
Like, freeing him and like he gets healed. Oh, he's gonna be a problem.
I was like, I didn't expect them to go through with stabbing his ass either. And I was like, I thought when when the serpents disappeared, which I also thought was interesting, to where it was like, where the heads are still going on an attack, but he made the body disappear. And it was like, was there like essentially a drawback to it? Yeah, and it's like, it has to be, doing whatever. And then he just like, whoa. And they just went up in the air, curved, came back down and stabbed him. And I was like, don't cop out, be about to attack him, and then not attack him and be like, next time, Carmen Sandiego, nothing like that. And it was like, oh no, they're coming back. And I was like, all right, yeah, be about that shit. And have Luffy and them come down and lock him, and he'd be like, you see? Frieza? This is what happens when you mess with a Super Saiyan. You're like, Logan done lost his damn mind. He's seeing into other dimensions. And they're like, we unlocking a lock, and you're like, got it up! That's all! It's like, he's speaking gibberish. He's way too valid. They were like, "Oh no, Loki, the key don't work." He down.
JoJo.
Yeah, right. That's a JoJo reference. And he was like, "Wait, Loki got out the locks himself." And I was like, "The only reason I was able to do it is because the locks pissed me off."
Two back to back.
Then when he fight, he just go, "Wah!" He's like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah." What did you do? You already did.
That's funny. You got the King crew.
Can't. It was like all my attacks were called boot. Boot. That'd be funny if his fruit essentially made this nigga like fucking genie from Aladdin. Like he just does Japanese anime references and they make him all powerful. So it's a trick, but at the same time you can't stop him. Which then will let me further ask, how the fuck they capture him? It's like, if you're this damn badass, you killed 100 of the guards and your dad, you're strong as shit, you took his power, and then and that was something else I forgot to talk about last time we spoke. This nigga killed 100 of the guards and the dad before he even got the power. So then it was like, then he killed the dad and got the power. Ooh, damn.
Because I thought about this, but the dad let him.
Yeah. And it's like, because obviously there was a reason the dad wanted to rip off the horns. And it was like, and then...
Like, what is the dad like? But again, he ran to Shanks. Hey, as much as Giants pride themselves, there's some real niggas out there.
Yeah, I forgot Shanks the one to capture him.
Yeah,
So he's like, he did get away.
Yeah,
So damn.
And also explain why the Giants like Shanks so much. It was like, all of them like, yo, Loki, bitch. And it was like, yeah, but he is strong, though. But Shanks, we out there whooping ass, man.
Man.
You gotta wait till next week.
El Blaff is proven to be another egghead, and I'm liking it.
I just want my boy Chopper to shine, and also to see what Buggy's doing.
I would, considering the factors that they have showing up, I would like more of them to throw down. Because in Egghead was far more exposition. You had the upbringing of Bonnie, the 11th member, showcasing Kuma's backstory and everything. Father of the year, and it was just a lot taking part in just explaining and diving deeper into just expanding the world building of everything going on, but wasn't really much in terms of the fighting. And it's like, yeah, they got a lot of it done out of Wano, but yeah, I would like to see more of them throw down. So it's like, hopefully they do that here, considering the fact they're dealing with the giants and their warriors and fighting and shit like that. Hopefully we get more of that. But yeah, if anything, it's like there's certain characters I would like to see do more shit than everyone else, and that would be Chopper, Brook. That's it. that's all I got on my roster, really. Oh, and Zoro. Definitely want to see Zoro do more shit.
I always want to see Zoro do more shit. Because again, his goal is something that's like, yeah, you gotta work for that shit.
Yeah. And then seeing him battle constantly fits more, again, like with his goal and all that. So it's like, yeah, constantly seeing him train, fight, trying himself, figuring out new things and learning new stuff. And it's like, fuck.
And again,
dude,
it's like with the beauty of the character of Mihawk is like, you don't really have to show nothing else from him but the upbringing of these other characters. It's like, y'all can do all this, but he still goes say he's the strongest? No, we say he's the strongest. Like, he don't just, it's not a self-proclaimed. Everyone recognizes that's the strongest. The elders that think people are ants are peasants. One of them just sharpens his blade. And it's like, you know, there's a pirate out there that calls himself the world's greatest swordsman. What you gonna do about it, Baldy? Let him call himself the world's greatest swordsman. I ain't about to die today.
Let him make those world's greatest swordsman. Shit.
I ain't about to die. And it's like, we all know where that nigga located.
But you can regenerate. Cuts hurt. I'll tell you that right now.
I saw him stopping once. I ain't about to mess with that.
Remember, you remember there used to be another planet. It was like,
just a chair in the corner.
Just like Pluto.
That man is a problem. He introduced the warlord system when he was at the front door. He was just knocking. Open up. Want to be a warlord? And created peace. Peace?
Right. He opened up the door. It was like, what do you want? No, I just want to talk with you. It was like, Hey man, we gonna stop sending the Navy. No,
like, get away from the door. Hey, he want to talk to you. He want to talk to us.
I just want to talk to y'all. Look, man, we gonna stop sending the Navy after your way. No. Come on here and talk to me. And it's like, oh shit. Hey, look, we got this program, right? We gonna call you a warlord, okay? And nobody gonna fuck with you no matter what you do. I did. That explain everything. I don't want to talk no more. Go home, sweetheart.
Like, yeah, it's like all the other characters, and it's like, but yeah, and it's like he still has that title. It's like, so obvious. Your problem.
and then also just for Zoro, considering the fact that it's like he does have like essentially one of the coolest things you can do when it comes to a character training is picking up shit and then utilizing it when they fight. And it's like how he picked up the little fire thing, from what's the name?
Fire.
Yeah, and it's like,
and he was like, he gonna go the opposite, because then when they spawned Bonnie, he cut the water. And he was like, I'm gonna cut it. He was like, oh, she actually cut the water. He was like, yeah. Man gonna say he gonna cut everything. He told his teacher, I'm gonna cut everything.
That's not the point. I'm gonna cut everything.
That's what you need to be the best.
Like, look, you can sit here and be a bitch all you want. I'm cutting everything. You floundering with paper.
Well, that's what you need to be the best. Cut it off.
So like, I would like for him to fight more people and upgrade his arsenal.
He needs to.
It'll be cool if he like do another fight. And he was like, he picked this up from watching the Elder charge at him as fast as he did, and I was like, yeah, that nigga just had no regard for life. I'm gonna do that. Just like everything in front of me, move. What? You're a madman, Zoro. But yeah, that was a hell of a chapter. Much better than the last one, but yeah, that was a hell of a chapter. Woo! One Piece proven yet again why it's number one. Everything else sucks. Well, not everything else. I'm watching quite a bit of anime this season, but yeah. Damn. God damn.